Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahusha, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled The Plan. Every Israelite. Lord will, you are edified.
That's the best way to protect ourselves from new variants that could arise. The plan is for every adult.
He was about to say Israelite.
That's the best way to protect ourselves from new variants that could arise. The plan is for every adult.
Every Israelite. One more time.
That's the best way to protect ourselves from new variants that could arise. The plan is for every adult.
See, it's all about that birthright, okay? Esau wants the birthright, going into the kingdom of heaven. And guess what? Just like in Vogue stated, never going to get it. Genesis 27 and verse 41. And this is after our forefather Jacob had received the birthright, which is going into the kingdom of heaven. Genesis 27 and verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing, the birthright, which is the kingdom of heaven, wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my mother are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. And this is the mindset of Esau, beginning with the nobility, all right? That new world order is an attempt for them to get that birthright. This is Genesis 3 and 15. And I, referring to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, will put enmity, all right? Enmity means what? Hatred between thee, the serpent, all right, which later became Edomites, okay, and the woman, Israelites, and between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Okay, so the Edomites are our enemies. Okay, so why in the fuck would you receive that jab? Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again, Egypt, modern day America, with ships, check the history, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, referring to prophecy, thou shalt see it no more again, referring to our land, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, meaning slave, and no man shall buy you. The only person that can redeem us is Yahushua, all right? And this was ordained by our Father Yahweh, okay? This is Psalm 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, referring to the Israelites. Okay, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Okay, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. So they feel if they eradicate, okay, the nation of Israel off the face of the earth, then therefore by default, they will receive the birthright. These niggas are idiots. All right. Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. All right. So these other nations are joint heirs with Esau. Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom. Why? Because Edom is the head. Okay. Edom controlled this system, beginning with the nobility. All right. Nobility means highborn, referring to the international bankers and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, okay? Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy. So why in the world would you go for him? Salakia, why in the world would you go to him for anything? Okay? At the end of the day, we have to use the world and not abuse the world. And we know Esau is in control, but when it comes to the jab and the mark, by default, if the spirit is with you, upon you, you don't take it. All right? We move in faith and fear in Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. And that's literal. And this is Luke 16 and 26. Now, this parable is going into Lazarus, who was a representation, okay, of the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect, and the rich man referring to the nobility of Edom, okay, which are Edomites based on the lineage of their fathers, okay? And the point is, Luke 16 and 26, and beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, meaning what? An opening, so that they which would pass from here to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from there. All right? So Yahweh B'Shem Al-Shai has an ongoing hatred amongst the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom. All right? Only one can wear the crown. Okay, and the nobility of Edom understand this, and that's the reason why they want you jabbed up, and they know who you are. Another key point, Psalm 83 and verse 2. They have, let's start at 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Hidden, how so? Because it's not plain to the world that we are the Israelites, all right? Only the elect know, all right? And 2/3 of our people may have heard it, but they don't believe, all right? So at this time frame, we are hidden, all right, in plain sight. We are the most known unknown. Why? Because best believe the nobility of Edom, they know who we are, all right? And they watch the videos, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone, okay? But the point is, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
That's the best way to protect ourselves from new variants that could arise. The plan is for every adult to get
Israel. He was about to say Israelite. Okay, Israelite, hidden ones. All right. However, via the Holy Spirit, we understand who we are according to biblical doctrine. All right. Never trust thy enemy. All right. The game plan is for them to eradicate the nation of Israel off the face of the earth so they can, by default, receive the birthright. Lord will, you are edified. Shalom.